What's up, everybody? It's Glenn back with Big Jack, back with another episode of the best bets of the NFL weekend video. Last week, we almost pull off the parlay. We go a combined 5-1. I went 3-0, moved my record to 16-17 on the season. Jack goes 2-1 to move his record to 18-15 on the season. Jack's only loss was a really close one where it could have gone either way with Kansas City there, but feel great about how we're trending the last three or so weeks. Jack, you feeling the same way?
Absolutely. Feeling good, real good, but not quite as good as you after 3-0. And, I know maybe a tougher one sandwiched in the middle, but two 3-0s in the span of 3 weeks, that's some heavy medicine. So keep it rolling full steam ahead, and hopefully I don't trip up Parlay Poppy again. I feel bad about that one.
No need to feel bad. You've been the better of the two of us throughout the season and throughout the history of this podcast. So no need to feel bad. In the last 3 weeks, we're each 7-2 for a total of 14-4. So if you've been tailing the fade the last 3 or so weeks, you're feeling pretty good. Let's get back to it and hopefully give the listeners and viewers another winning week. Like I've said in the last couple weeks, I started going first and we seem to catch a little heat, so I'm going to just keep it rolling. My first pick of the week, I'm going to go to the one loser we had last week. I like Kansas City in this spot against the Indianapolis Colts. They're at home. Colts just played overseas. Kansas City absolutely needs this game. I also have watched the game last week. That Indianapolis defense does not look the same without DeForest Buckner, along with a couple other shorter term injuries they got going on. But really the key one is DeForest Buckner in my mind. I thought about Kansas City team total in this one. The totals are really high. And Kansas City with that defense, if they just start playing some ball control football, I worry a little bit about the team total. So I'm just going to go Kansas City with the spread. Kansas City -3.5 against a good Indianapolis team. But Kansas City -3.5 is my first pick of the week.
I can dig it. I was kind of drawn there myself, but I sort of felt like I, was looking at it because of sort of a chase mode, if you will. So I kind of forced myself to come off it. But I like that pick a lot for a lot of the reasons I talked about kind of where they're at in the season, desperation mode, blah, blah, blah. The only thing I don't love, I never really like the idea of going against a team off a bye. But yeah, I mean, if Kansas City doesn't get it done on Sunday, I mean, it's over for real. So I'm sure that they know that they're going to be at home. And yeah, you got to like their chances to cover, just north of a field goal with the hook there. My first pick, I'm going to go to a team that's been absolutely rolling all year. Maybe it's not fair that I have any sort of doubts about them at this point in time. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals +7.5 at home against the Patriots. Patriots have been great, potentially the number one overall seed in the AFC, kind of crazy. But their schedule's been relatively soft. I know it's not, this isn't college. It's, you're still playing professionals every Sunday, and any win you get is a good one. I mean, we know that as well as anybody being Bears fans, the way things have sort of gone on our end of the spectrum. But Drake May's playing at MVP level. Nothing really bad to say about the team. I just don't know if I'm bought in so far as to say that they should be, a touchdown plus favorite on the road. There's a small chance. I probably don't see it happening, but, Joe Burrow was a full participant at practice today. Small chance he gets on the field. So I think, if he plays, I really like that number. I think it probably slides quite a bit the opposite direction, and I'm in a real good spot. But even if he doesn't play, I like the Bengals to keep that game tight, compete after a disappointing week on the road against Pittsburgh. I think they show up this time around and give them some fits. I'll take the Bengals +7.5.
I like that pick too. The only thing that worries me a little bit is no Jamar Chase, if I'm correct, for the Bengals. But that game caught my eye too, and that side was the side that was catching my eye. Like you said, a lot of points. I know New England's good. I don't know if they're quite the team that's winning with like style points yet. So I don't hate that pick at all. My second pick of the week, I'm going to go pretty disgusting. I'm going to go to the most unproven quarterback that will be playing this weekend. I'm going to go to my boy Shedeur Sanders, and I'm going to go to the Cleveland Browns +3.5 at Vegas. I think this is not a story of quarterbacks here. I think this is a story of Cleveland's defense versus Vegas's defense. Both these teams, the season's getting away from them, but I think that Cleveland defense will travel, and I think they do a better job of slowing down the Vegas offense than the Vegas defense does of slowing down Cleveland. Cleveland plus 3.5. That's my second pick of the week.
I hate to do it, man, but we are going to be on opposite sides. I don't know if it's even happened once this year yet. There's another game I like that I was kind of teetering on pulling the trigger that could have potentially stayed off this one, but I can't change my tune just because you're on it. We've never done that before. We're not going to do it now. I'm taking the Raiders minus 3.5. I think it's I watched a decent amount of when Shedeur came in last week. He's not good. He didn't look very good. And I think that Raiders defense, although they looked pretty disgusting on Monday night against the Cowboys offense is good, man. I mean, when they're humming, they're right up there with anybody in the league, is for my money. I don't know. I think they'll have a bounce back performance. I think they'll play a little bit better. I think Pete Carroll will have them coached up, ready to roll. I think he's kind of, got the coaching style, and given it's his first year there where he's going to be able to rally the troops and keep everyone in it. Whereas I think that Browns team is kind of maybe a little bit more of a frustrated locker room. They've been, pop-up playoff teams here and there, and it seems like it's starting to slip away from them. I think they're probably got a good amount of talent in there that's annoyed by their lack of ability at the quarterback position. But, to be fair, Geno Smith's been maybe the worst, if not second or third worst quarterback in the NFL this year. So not overly confident in it, but I do think the Raiders find a way to win that game by pretty close to a touchdown. So I got to stick to it. I'm going to take a minus 3.5 and go against my man.
Hey, it's bound to happen throughout the course of the season a couple times. Go Browns. My third pick of the week, I'm going to go back to a total. I was 2-0 on them last week. I think I'm 2-1 on them on the season, if I'm correct. I'm going to go to the total in the Seattle-Tennessee game. It's 39.5 right now. I'm going to go over that. I think Seattle puts up 30 by themselves, and I think Tennessee's got a chance of keeping it relatively close, but, worst case scenario, I think they put up a couple scores, and I think they go over that total 39.5. It's a low number. It's not really a football number. That Seattle offense should be able to put up plenty of points against Tennessee. Over 39.5. That's my last pick.
I like that one. I mean, definitely glad you brought up last week. Shouts out going 2-0 on those over-unders. That was sick, kind of out of the blue. I know you did a couple earlier in the year, but threw them on the board this week and they slapped, so might as well keep riding that wave, right? And yeah, I think it's a good, hopefully bounce back spot for Sam Darnold after an ugly 4-interception game. I think that offense will kind of get it clicking, and maybe all you really need, I think, is maybe like 10, 13 points from Tennessee, and you're probably in that sweet spot of what you need to get to. Seattle's defense is really, really, really good. So maybe you just need 40 from Seattle. But I think that defense can put themselves in position to kind of light up the scoreboard themselves with some takeaways, flip fields, give them good position. I mean, look what happened in that Cardinal game a couple of weeks ago. I mean, before you could settle into your couch, they were up 28-0. So
yeah, I was on that game.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a good segue. The other game I had my eye on was your Cowboys, your Monday night no sweat pick. I do like them quite a bit, +3 at home, but I'm going to go, my board is pretty much all ugly ducklings this week. I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals +3 at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars just mollywopped the Los Angeles Chargers. They look great. The run game has been kind of, Jekyll and Hyde, but when it's rolling, it's impressive. I just don't think Trevor Lawrence is that good still. I think he kind of has too many mistakes at this point in his career. His inaccuracy is still troubling, to say the least. And we've talked about the Cardinals a couple of times. I just think that they are an undervalued team right now. I still think they're better than that record is. I still think they compete a little bit more than the numbers that they're getting. I just think it's a good spot to take advantage of a solid team catching 3 points at home against a team that I might think, might be a little bit of a house of cards, if you will.
Jack, I was that close to picking this side as well. I agree with all of your points. Jacksonville's been a very up and down team. They have a great performance last week against the Chargers. But like you said, I could see them having a letdown game, and Arizona's probably undervalued, like you said. So I love this pick. It's probably my favorite pick of yours this week. I like it a lot better than your Vegas pick. I like the Cleveland in that one, but no, three great picks. I love our slate. I see no world in which we walk away with less than 5 winners. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, just a quick recap at home. I am on Kansas City -3.5, Cleveland +3.5, and the over 39.5 in the Seattle versus Tennessee game. Jack is on Cincinnati +7.5, Las Vegas -3.5. Jack and I are going head to head in that one. And he is on Arizona +3. If you're new here, like and subscribe. We're up to 66 subscribers on the channel now. We're growing. We're growing fast, baby. Like and subscribe, hit the bell, get involved, comment below. Let us know which pick's your favorite of the week, whether it's one that we pick or just one you got at home. And we'll be back to you guys with a Chicago Bears preview. And every week we'll be back with a Best Bets video. Jack, any last words for the 66 large subscribers we got out there?
Man, it's a little, a little light banter, but good looks, everybody. Seriously, we love doing this shit, so it's fun for us. But appreciate you, Bears.